What is going on, guys? This is your boy Willie Does Wrestling, back at it again with a brand new video as always. And this is a CM Punk rant video, whatever you want to call it, number 5050, I know. But earlier this morning, apparently there's reports that everyone's favorite wrestler at the minute, CM Punk, may or may not leave AEW pretty soon. And apparently there's news coming out saying that CM Punk and AEW are in talks about a contract buyout. Now, contract buyout is, if, from my understanding, is if you have a certain number of years left on your contract that the company that you work for buys out the rest of the salary that you will make for those couple of years, and then the person that's getting their contract bought out rides off in the sunset, never to work for that company again. So apparently that could happen for CM Punk. Now, I will give my thoughts on this later on in the video, but I figured maybe I will read part of this article here by our friends over at Wrestling Observer newsletter. AEW and CM Punk are in talks to buy out the remaining years of his contract, according to Dave Meltzer. Whether or not you guys believe that is up to you. Meltzer wrote, "It looks doubtful he will be back. Those with close knowledge of the situation said they are in talks with Punk about a buyout of the remaining years of his contract, which tells you that they are not looking to bring him back. The holdup right now is said to be the non-compete period." He wrote that the non-compete is obviously because of WWE, as they are the only other group that can pay him what he asked for. Punk is currently injured from his all-out match with Jon Moxley, however, with no public timeline for when he could return. Meltzer pointed that there was no lock. WWE would want Punk back, even with Paul Levesque on a streak of surprise returns, noting that they turned down when having Punk return, despite having Fox wanting them to do so for WWE backstage all those years ago. Ace Steel, a backstage producer and close friend of Punk's, was released earlier this week in the latest development in a situation that has been slow-moving and without a lot of answers. Punk debuted for AEW in August 2021 at Chicago's United Center after nearly 8 years away from pro wrestling, returning to the ring a few weeks later against Darby Allin at that year's All Out. AEW has yet to publicly state anything related to the fight, with Tony Khan refusing to answer questions when asked. So, there you go. There's a possibility that CM Punk's contract is going to be bought out, and Punk is not coming back. Whether or not people will think that this news is true is up for debate. So I'm gonna start off this video by giving my thoughts. Do I think that this news is real or fake? Well, I'll tell you one thing. I sure as hell hope it's true. I hope it's true because if AEW were to bring Punk back, it'll just be a running cycle. Punk will whine. Punk will complain. He will do the same shit that he did in that media scrum. You know? If you're sick of working with these people, just go. Just quit. Like, what is AEW going to do? Sue you? Look at what happened with Sasha Banks and Naomi. They're probably still getting paid by WWE. You know? They're still in the current superstars version, current superstars section of the WWE website. Sasha Banks and Naomi. So, I mean, it's not like Punk can't just walk out like he did all those years ago. And even then, he whined and complained like a little bitch minutes after winning the company's top title, however. Complains about Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks and all these fucking people, with Tony Khan sitting right beside him being his little buddy. Oh, it's okay. He makes me a shit ton of money, so I don't care what he says. And then Punk goes over, well, no, not really. Apparently Omega and the Bucks came over to him being like, bro, why you talking shit? And Punk threw the first punch. So, he chose violence, and it doesn't matter how much money CM Punk is making the company. It doesn't matter. He should leave. In my personal opinion, he's not needed. He's not needed in AEW anyways. Besides merch and promos, my man sucks in the ring. Do we need to bring up his numerous botches? How old he is? He complained about it in the scrum. Oh, I'm old and I can't do the shit that I used to do and I can't keep up, Then why are you here? It's the money. You could have been a producer. You could have been a manager. Why did you need to wrestle? And after this news broke out, I seen a ton of people being like, oh, Punk to WWE confirmed. It said right there in that article, and I was going to make a tweet about it. WWE doesn't want him for this exact fucking reason. Punk is a whiny little bitch. Punk will do nothing unless he is the top guy. Like, let's say Punk comes back to WWE and he's in a feud with Roman Reigns, the top guy. How much you want to bet they have that big match for the title? Roman beats him, Punk fucking leaves. or he's on the freaking SmackDown Lowdown or whatever the fuck you want to call that show with Kayla Braxton. Every show's with fucking Kayla Braxton. And he's on there and he's like, oh, fuck Roman Reigns. I hate him. The bloodline, blah, 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 blah. Shit continues, right? I think Punk should be fired. Like, there's been people being like, oh, but this and that, right? Omega confronted them, so why should they be innocent, blah, blah, blah. Punk chose violence. It's a normal human response to come up to someone who's been talking shit and being like, what's your problem? That's what Omega and the Bucks did. They were like, bro, what is your problem? You could have said this to us. Why did you have to say it to, thousands of people, right? You would have done it. I would have done it. Everyone would have done it. Would I have punched someone in the face? No. Unless they've crossed the line, Unless they said some really fucked up shit. But I still wouldn't, go so far as to do that. But Punk goes around thinking he owns the place. He made a promo in 2011 that became like one of the greatest promos of all time, and he thinks he's the shit. Like, okay, congrats. You made fun of an anti-bullying campaign, 11 years ago. Let it go. You're not special. You're not needed. And we should have known this years ago, back when everyone in every fucking wrestling show, whether WWE or AEW, I was like, CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, oh, CM Punk, when are you coming back to WWE? CM Punk, come back to professional wrestling. Hey, CM Punk, do you know there's a new promotion called AEW? Like, fuck off. We should have known that we would have gotten a repeat of 2014 where Punk's like, I'm not the absolute best, so fuck you, I'm out. Like, he can't handle the fact that he is not fucking Roman Reigns. You know? We should have known that one wrong thing and he would do something like this. Buddy Ace Steel's gone. Who gives a shit? You know, he's a producer. They'll find a new one. But is he coming back to WWE? Fuck no. Especially with Triple H in control. My boy Hunter would have none of that. Hunter would be like, fuck no, buddy. Go, like, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. You know, we might take your wife for like a special Royal Rumble appearance, but you go fuck yourself. Yeah. CM Punk, like, it's a shame because I used to watch Raw, you know, with my mom and my dad back in like 2012, 2013 when Punk was still like semi-popular. And he was my first wrestling shirt. It was from a Value Village, and it was the classic white CM Punk t-shirt with the symbol, the red symbol on it, you know. And it had Best in the World in the back. I liked CM Punk. He felt relatable, right? And we all thought that CM Punk was going to come back in 2021 and he was going to redeem himself. He loves professional wrestling now. Even though in multiple interviews he's like, fuck you, I'm not coming back to pro wrestling for shit. Nope. So we welcomed him back with open arms, and he pulled that shit. And whether you're pro CM Punk or you're pro Elite, I think we can all agree that CM Punk has really not been the best in ring anyway. CM Punk is not what you consider a man who can keep up, especially with today's talent. In my eyes, you know, imagine CM Punk versus Ricochet if CM Punk came back to WWE. Man would break every bone in his damn body trying to keep up with that man's move set, not moon set. I was thinking move set and moonsault. So I'm sorry about that. So yeah, no. If it were up to me, if I were Tony Khan, CM Punk would be fucking fired. But will he get fired? No. Because Tony Khan cares too much about money. CM Punk is making him lots of money in merch sales and ratings and all that shit. CM Punk will recover from that injury and he will be back. And maybe in the new Ring of Honor weekly show that's apparently going to happen after the Final Battle pay-per-view, you know, Punk will probably be there and challenge Samoa Joe or some shit, or fucking Chris Jericho or somebody, and I would not want to fucking see it. I'm not invested in anything CM Punk does nowadays. If I want to watch someone who can cut a promo and, you know, is very entertaining, I'd watch MJF. Especially after that fucking Dynamite promo, which I did watch, and I fucking loved it. But, Tony deserves better. How many backstage fights do we need to have for Tony to finally put his foot down, get away from the fucking candy that he keeps eating, and be like, you're fucking done? You know? Eddie Kingston, Andrade Alidolo, Sammy Guevara, CM Punk, The Elite. How many fucking people need to fight for Tony Khan to put his foot down? But no, he's too busy trying to be buddy-buddy. He's too busy trying to sign every ex-WWE guy in the fucking world, trying to get all these Ring of Honor and indie guys to do all his shows. Like, and he wonders why he's failing. He's wondering why he barely... Well, no, he's not wondering why he barely beat NXT. He beat NXT. That's all he fucking cares about. But he barely beat NXT in the fucking Special Tuesday. He cares more about money and fucking ratings than his wrestlers. This is supposed to be a CM Punk rant. This turned into a Tony Khan rant. Anyways, guys, I've been rambling on for way too much. There's going to be a contract buyout. Apparently, there's talks about it with CM Punk. If Punk is gone, I will throw a fucking party. I will throw a parade. You know, fuck him. Anyways, guys, this is going to have to do it for today's episode of Willie Does Wrestling. I might post another video later on today if something important goes on SmackDown. You already know. Anyways, guys, if you want to join this amazing, amazing community, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to turn notifications on. Be sure to share it with a friend. Like it. Post it on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I don't give a shit. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for the support. This has been your boy, Willie Does Wrestling. I'll see you in the next video. Fuck CM Punk. Be good people. And peace.